Hi, I'm Misty. For those of you who don't know me yet, I have been practicing law of attraction for more than 15 years. I think I'm dating myself a little bit there. Probably it's probably closer to 20, but who knows? I started this alignment series last year for one simple reason. I noticed that I was better at keeping commitments to others than I was to myself. So I made a quiet deal with myself. If I practiced these tools with the intention of sharing them, then I would actually show up fully. And that's exactly what happened. Learning for the sake of sharing kept me honest. So as always, thank you for letting me share my practice with you. Then, today we're talking about the happiness advantage, why feeling good isn't the finish line, it's the starting point. Let me ask you something. What if we have it all backwards? What if everything we've been taught about the pursuit of happiness is wrong? Because most of us have been taught work hard, fix your life, get everything in order, and then, maybe then, you'll feel good. But what if that's backwards? What if happiness isn't something you earn, but something that you use? What if nothing in your life is actually stuck? Or what if the only thing that is stuck is how you're feeling about what's happening now? Before I continue on that, I want to try something first, guys. What is the most magical thing that has happened to you in the last 24 hours? Don't overthink it. It can be tiny. You just want to find something. Did you notice how quickly your brain found something? That's not random. Your brain just shifted for what it was looking for, and it was looking for something magical. And when that shifts, your experience starts to shift too. That's the essence of what we're going to be playing with today. I want to get a little personal with you. I started this alignment series, and I mentioned that before because it brought me joy. But I don't think I've ever really shared why that mattered so much right now for me. This past year, I've been in a job search, and it's been interesting. It's been a lot of second place finishes, five to be exact, but who's counting? And there were moments where I really started to think, maybe it's me. I kept telling myself, I'll be happy when. Have you ever done that? When I get this role, when this works out, when everything lines up. And in the meantime, ugh, it sucked. Honestly, my frustration, because every time something didn't land, I made it mean something about me. So I was disappointed. I was frustrated. I kept trying to fix it using all of my tools. Like I told you, I've been practicing this for 15 plus years. I kept trying to stay positive about this whole journey. And honestly, it felt forced. And the reason is because that was me doing toxic positivity. I know you've heard that. That's the recent term on that. Trying to convince myself into feeling something that I didn't feel. I didn't enjoy job searching. But then I realized there was one place that none of that feeling was true. When I was putting together these sessions, when I was in this space with y'all, going back and forth, I didn't need my tools. Well, maybe one. I did count my blessings. But I felt just like myself. It felt good. It was the one bright spot in all of the madness that I was doing, the one place that I was happy. I felt alive. And as I was sitting here thinking about it, I had this moment when I realized, honestly, nothing had actually gone wrong. But the way I'm a firm believer that what's meant for you will find you. You can't mess it up. But the way I was experiencing, I was choosing to make it feel bad. I kept thinking this isn't working. And when I was thinking this isn't working, I closed off. But then I shifted and I felt the shift. I started seeing I started saying, hey, I'm excited to see how this unfolds. And that wasn't bull, okay? That wasn't BS. I really started getting excited about how this whole journey was going to be on unfold. And I realized I opened. I started moving differently. Let me be really clear about this because this is the whole thing. Nothing in my circumstances had changed except how I was thinking about it, how I was feeling, letting the joy come in on that. Because I felt different, I showed up different. And that's what changed what was possible. I didn't feel good because it was working. I finally got a job or whatever it is like that. Things started working for me because I felt good. These classes started picking up. I started getting more enjoyment. People were resonating with it. I need you to read that again. You don't feel good because it's working. Things start working because you feel good. Now, different worlds explain this differently. Science says that when you feel better, your brain opens up. You see more, you choose differently. That makes sense. There's a Harvard researcher who spent years studying happiness in the Happiness Studies Academy. And what he found is that happiness isn't one thing, it's five areas of your life working together. He called it spirit: spiritual, physical, intellectual, relationships, emotional. When even one of those improves, you feel better. When you feel better, you show up differently. When you show up differently, things start to move. And here's what I love about this: manifestation says the exact same thing. You become a match for what you want. Same idea, different languages, all pointing to one truth. Who you are being is what creates your results. This isn't new to you guys. So what we're really talking about here is alignment. Alignment is when your thoughts, your emotions, your actions are all moving in the same directions. When that happens, things move faster. This is what manifestation actually is. It's not about forcing something to happen. It's about becoming the match for what you want. Because, and I know this is familiar to you guys at this point, because you don't manifest what you want, you manifest what you are, who you are. Okay, I like experiments. Let's try something right now. Close your eyes. Think of one thing you want. Just one. Don't think about how it happens. Don't map out the path. Just feel what it feels like if it was already done. Where are you? Who's with you? How does your body feel? Okay, come back slowly. How did it feel in your body? That feeling is not fake. Your body has just experienced, what your body has just experienced is real. That is real. That's alignment. That's you becoming a match. All right, let's just do one more. Now think of something that feels stuck. Just one thing. And these are my favorite. Instead of asking, why isn't this working? Ask this instead. What might be working here that I'm not seeing yet? Notice what happened? Your brain shifted directions. You didn't force belief. You just asked a better question. And that changes what you see. That's it. That's the whole experiment. I want you to look at what we've done together. You notice what you've already, you notice what's already good. You noticed in the beginning You noticed what was already good, looking for your mirror, looking for your happy, the magical thing for the day. You felt your wish fulfillment. You asked a better question. That's not a checklist. That's a way of being. And the version of you who practices consistently, that version creates different results. Not because life suddenly got easier, because you're someone who moves through it differently. Here's what I want you to leave with today. Don't wait for your life to work so that you feel good. Feel good and let your life catch up. Because, and I'll keep repeating this, you don't manifest what you want. You manifest who you are. And the real secret here is that happiness has never been the reward. It's always been the accelerator. Thank you guys for sharing this with me today. If you want to keep playing with this, you want to do the exercises, this is exactly what we do in the manifesting lab. Weekly experiments, real conversation, manifestation practices in real life, not in theory. I invite you to come experiment with us at the manifesting lab. Thanks. Yeah, I appreciate it. Have a good one.